Hi, I'm Carol Ann with cyberworkouts.com, and I'm going to show you a yoga routine for sciatica relief. So when you have sciatica, you've got really tight hips, so the nerve may be irritated, so we need to stretch and lengthen the outsides of our hips. So the first pose we're going to perform is a seated twist. So take one leg out and activate that leg. Sit up really nice and tall. Then take the opposite leg, hug your knee in towards your chest. So right now, when you hug your knee, and especially if you have sciatica, you're really gonna feel that tension right there in the outer hip. So we're gonna release that. So the longer you hold, the more we're gonna release. So we inhale, exhale, twist as you look over the back shoulder. And you want to continue to hold that knee in towards your chest. And every time you exhale, see if you can go a little further. And you're breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice long breaths. Hold this pose for about 5 breaths. And then release and come back to center. Now, another pose you can perform involves just a one-legged stretch. So you bring this foot in and you want to settle in right on those sits bones and you're stretching forward. So we inhale, open the chest, and exhale as you come forward. Now, this is a prime example of the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So if you're tight in your hamstrings, you're really going to feel this in your hamstring. If you're tight in your outer hip, you have sciatica, you're going to feel it more right down here in this area. So if you do have sciatica, that's where you're going to feel it first because that's where you're tight. So you're going to hold this pose for 5 breaths. With every exhale, see if you can go a little more. And then release. Now the next pose that we're going to perform is the pigeon pose. So what you're going to do is come over to a position where you are on one knee and you have your back leg extended. Now again, if you have sciatica, this heel should go right towards the groin because it's super tight back here. And the back leg is fully extended, the top of the foot is resting on the floor. What you don't want is you don't want to have a teeter-totter out to the side. You want your hips level. So we're right here with the hips parallel to the floor. Now, this may be fine. This may be enough for you because you are so tight right here in this area. But if you can take it down a little bit more, come down to your forearms, and then this may be the level you should be at, or take your fists, one fist on top of the other, or you can come all the way down. When you are in your pigeon pose, deep breathing, 5 deep breaths should be enough. So inhale through the nose, exhale, and every time you exhale, just visualize that stress and tension just melting away in that hip area and then just coming out of your body. So this is a great pose here for that sciatica problem. And just hold for 5 breaths and then switch to the other side. And those are some great yoga poses, a great yoga routine that you can perform to relieve sciatica. I'm Carol Ann for cyberworkouts.com.